If you had a tear during childbirth, you might be really scared to have your first bowel movement or any bowel movements really. You also might be very cautious when you go from sitting to standing, and maybe you're a little too freaked out to even get down on the floor to maybe set your child on the floor or pick something off the floor. And rightfully so. Your perineum is healing. When we have tears, we have a cut through the muscle that has typically been stitched up with sutures that are holding the sutures together. Those sutures take a good 6 to 8 weeks to fully heal, and then at that point you have scar tissue. But you want to be able to start moving your body from the beginning of having that tear. So let me tell you 2 absolute non-negotiable things that you need to start to do in order to help protect that tear. Number 1, when you go down to the floor or you're doing anything bending, my biggest suggestion is, of course you don't want to do this when people are around, but one of the best things you can do is take your hand to your perineum area and just support it. So when you are then bending forward, you're kind of giving that tactile pressure and that tactile support right on the perineal area that is going to support the tear. Now also you might be using pads, and that's great. You can still give this tactile feedback that will give just a little bit of support. Now if you're like, lady, that is way too much, that feels aggressive, that doesn't feel safe, then don't do it. But that is just one thing that people find comforting, especially as they have to get down to the floor. You also want to work on keeping your legs close together. So the more that you spread your knees apart, the more you're going to be more susceptible to tearing open more stitches, and the less healing that's going to happen. Another key component of things that you need to make sure that happens is you want to use a technique called blow as you go or blow before you go. When you move your body in space after you've had a tear, you want to make sure that you're exhaling with any exertional movement. So if you're rolling over in bed, you want to shh as you roll over. If you're going from sitting to standing, shh to standing, you exhale the air. What this is doing is it's going to decrease the intra-abdominal pressure, decrease the pressure from the belly down on the pelvic floor. So it's going to take the pressure off of those sutures and off the stitches. So use the blow as you go method to help reduce the tension on the stitches. It'll allow everything to heal with a lot faster. A little bonus tip for you is you want to be able to start breathing down into your pelvic floor. When you get stitches, it tightens everything up. You are gonna have scar tissue, but after that scar tissue heals, or after those initial stitches heal and you have scar tissue, you need to then retrain the pelvic floor to move and get more mobility through that scar tissue. Working with a pelvic floor physical therapist who can help break open that scar tissue and really give you more muscle flexibility is going to be key to training your core, because a core is only as strong as much as it can lengthen. So if you just start working on contracting, and you have that scar tissue, you're not going to have much range of motion. So we need to have opening of the whole entire muscle, opening of the scar tissue, and then you can get that contraction. But that doesn't come until you start working on the flexibility. And so initially, after you deliver, right away, you can start doing some deep belly breathing in order to help open up the pelvic floor. We have endless videos on our channel about diaphragmatic breathing, but this is what it looks like. So essentially, you can put your hands on your belly and take a nice deep breath into your belly. Deep breath into the belly, exhale and let it go. As you breathe into the belly, you want to imagine the anus opening, the vagina opening, the pelvic floor opening and elongating. Exhale and let it go, and you're going to get some recoil. Now, when there's fresh stitches in the pelvic floor, it is safe to do this diaphragmatic breathing. You're not going to volitionally push. You don't want to create any pushing mechanism. You are just simply breathing into your pelvic floor, allowing the opening to happen. This is going to help you recover a lot faster from the tears. So I hope you get this. I hope this information helps you. Add some external support. Add blow as you go, and then do some diaphragmatic breathing, and that is going to help you really accelerate the recovery of this tear. Check out my book, Restore Your Body After Kids, The Secret to Avoid Peeing Your Pants and Achy Joints as You Age, and that will give you the entire breakdown of everything you need to do in order to heal that tear and start to get your body into a better space so you can get back to doing everything you love to do and keep up with your kids.